time, Mr. Wolf. Did anyone play that game in primary? I used to love that. I don't know if you're not in England. I don't know if you used to play it, but what's the time, Mr. Wolf? I swear. Anyways, 53, should we say? 53. Gabriel. Oh. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Well, Arsenal's Gabriel set for further tests on thigh injury. Fears he will miss 1 to 2 months. Soon home, man. Free the team, man. It's nothing. How many games is he missing, though? Like, before that, 1 to 2 months, yeah. Listen, God's got you, Magalhães. We got to remember, it's tests in it, and stuff's provided. Gabriel, what I would say is push yourself, but don't push yourself. I know you want to play. I know you want to be back and all of that sort of stuff. But remember, we need you to not only get fit, but stay fit, and you've got a World Cup to think about. But if he's out for 1 to 2 months, North London derby, Bayern, Chelsea, Brentford, Villa, Bruges, Wolves, Everton, Palace in the League Cup, Brighton, Villa on the 30th of December, Bournemouth away. Pardon me, yeah, it's dark, and you're coming back at some point in Jan, innit? So what we penciled in, well, 2 months would really and truly be around this point, innit? So Nottingham Forest away, Inter away, Man United at home. But yeah, skipping back to the article. Gabriel is set for further tests after sustaining a muscle injury in his right thigh, with concerns that he faces between 1 and 2 months out. The 27-year-old picked up the injury while on international duty with Brazil last weekend. He was substituted in the 65th minute of Brazil's 2-0 friendly win over Senegal, which was hosted at the Arsenal Emirates Stadium. After receiving treatment for several minutes and appeared to be in pain as he departed the pitch, holding his leg as he walked up. Right, all my Brazilian boys are gone. Did anyone watch the Under-17s World Cup? My Brazil, we did our thing, man. Is what it is. I rate you, DG, doing the Braveheart thing, but I'm gutted. No, Tevin, don't misunderstand me. Am I gutted? Am I disappointed? Am I filled with every emotion? Yes, but unfortunately in life, it keeps spinning. Clearly, we need Magalhães. Clearly, it makes it more difficult. Clearly, we're going to feel this knock-on effect. Clearly, you're having to wrap players more in cotton wool. But what are we going to do, bro? Like, what are we going to do? Are we the first? Is this the first time Arsenal have had injuries? Is this the first time like a man's been injured? This happens. Get on with it. There's no other option because the world's going to keep spinning. You still got to fulfill these fixtures. Like, we still have to do this thing. Like, I'm not on this pussy old thing. I can't lie to you, lot. I really am not on it. Everybody just step up. Yeah, there might be games. Right, if Gabriel was there, this could happen. Fucking get on with it. Because likewise, there's been times in the last 3 years, I've seen my team stand up. You man smacked City 5-1 without your strongest team. You man stood up across 2 legs against Real Madrid, where what people can say they never had the strongest team. What the hell did we rock up with? Who the hell was up front? Who the hell was centre half? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So you show me you got the capacity to do. Everyone stand up. And the big reason as to why I'm cool is I actually believe in my defensive ranks. The thing I'm most nervous about is suddenly you're hoping that the existing players are a bit more fit. And now even a Hincapié just come back from a groin knock. You're having to watch him. Calafiori, not been injured, apart from the little scare for Italy. He's one that we always know is going to get injured. Having to watch him. Timber, it feels like such a long time ago. He had the ACL knock, but you're always going to look at him. Ben White's still not in the groove of things. Injuries can strike at any moment. Even sometimes, sometimes players get injured when they're hot. So they're playing week in, week out, club and country, boom. Sometimes players, when they're cold and they come into the heat, they get injured. Like there's a man that's not really had a start in a couple of months or game weeks. Bang, hamstring. God forbid, this is a reality. To get on with it, man. This is like chefs cutting their hands. Just get on with it, man. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Any goal in life, anything you're trying to achieve, you don't just, it's not like that. This is a curveball. Get on with it. Rest up, Gabriel. We miss you. We want you back. The players that are available, step up. Go and show the manager you're better than Magalhães. Go and believe you're better than Magalhães. Go and lay down a marker. Because as much as I love the kumbaya thing and everyone's pushing in the right direction and it is all about the collective, bro, I'm not interested in that. We're not here to make friends. We're here to win football games. And a byproduct is winning shit. And we've been through a lot in these last 3-4 years now. And we're finally here where we have a fighting chance of winning 1 of 4 trophies. Fucking go and do it, bro. Simple as that. Because as much as I hate what people say about my football club and there's an element of disingenuousness, there's a saying in life, until you prove them wrong, they're right, So when they're sitting there and they're being disingenuous about away from the people that have fair criticisms, when they're chatting shit about my manager, my football club, my players, this and that, until you get over the line, they're right. So go and shut them up. And that's what I'm on this season, by hook or by crook. When it's all fun and games, I'm not saying you're saying this, Tevin, but people can't say, oh, our squad is so great, so amazing. You know, our second choice, third choice, back five gets in teams in Premier League and that. Now you fucking go show it. Go and show it. Because at the end of the day, these people bleed like us, you know, just a game of football. It's not like we're going to war with toothpicks and people got Mach 11s and bombs and shit. You're playing a game of football. Can you run faster than man? Are you stronger than man? Can you score more goals and keep them out the back of your net? Are you more switched on? What's your tactical noose? We're playing football. We're hardly doing, I don't know, open heart and brain surgery. Fucking get on with it. Stop the pussy old thing, people. Seriously. It's less of it. Less of it. Because we have to go on with this anyways. Brazil subsequently confirmed the right thigh injury, and Gabriel had withdrawn from the squad and will not be available for Tuesday's friendly against Tunisia and Lille, France, which ironically we bought him from the team Lille in France. Sources briefed on the injury, speaking on the condition of anonymity, as they're not authorized to do so publicly, confirmed that further tests are required to discover the full extent of Gabriel's injury, but initial estimations suggest he will miss a month or two. So it's like going court. You go with the guilty plea in it. I'll take buy armor for the month thing, now, innit? But again, further tests. It might be a bit more positive. Shit, it could be a lot more. It might go from 2 months to 3-4 months. We don't know. Every day is going to provide something different. You have to hope for the best and expect the worst. The man's out, innit? You're out for the foreseeable future, or at least the short to medium term. Deal with the players that are. Wrap you up in cotton wool. Stand up to be counted. Stand up to be counted if you're one of his teammates. How much times has Gabriel bailed this club out? Well, did you lot out if you lot were players? How much times he bailed you lot out? Bail him out now. He's not there. Stand up. Saka goes down. Next man, stand up. We've been dealing with injuries since the start of the season. Boy, I ain't got time for this, man. We ain't got time for the shook thing. I can't lie to you, lot. I can't lie. Gabriel's injury comes ahead of a busy period for Arsenal, who play at least 14 games in the next 8 weeks, bro. This just makes the movie and May better. Start interviewing the players and the manager from now, how they're feeling. Save that in May. Bring out the all or nothing. It's going to be lit. We're therefore winning a trophy. I can't tell you if it's the Premier League. I hope. The Champions League. I hope. The FA Cup SARS, it needs to come home, or the League Cup. I'd love to win all of them. I'd love to win 2. I'd love to win 3 because we've been starved. I can't tell you which one. I am convinced we win something in May. And I want that. Don't let me down, boys. Don't let yourselves down. Fuck me. I know I love the club, and I love the club more than any of these players because I'll be here after that. But fuck me. Do it for yourselves. Because when it's all said and done, I don't care what you have won and what you've done away from this football club. Some of you have won trophies. Some of you will leave here and go on and win trophies. None of you have done it as a group. And whatever way we wrap it, in the 3 years prior to the season, we're obviously in whatever way you want to wrap it, for whatever reason, fundamentally, you had a goal in August where you wanted to be in May. You weren't there. You had to sit in that feeling, in that stench, in that feeling of disappointment. Don't let that be your future in May of 2026. It's down to you, look. Whether you believe you can or can't, that's your answer. Anyways, the centre-back has played every minute of Arsenal's Premier League campaign so far and started all 4 of the club's Champions League fixtures. He has made 227 appearances for the club, scoring 22 times since joining from Lille in 2020, and signed a contract extension until 2029 in the summer. Arsenal have seen several players miss time this season through injury, including Gyökeres, Odegaard, Madueke, and Martinelli. We return on Sunday to Premier League action, people, where we're playing Spurs. Then we've got Bayern Munich 3 days later. And then we've got Chelsea. Boy, how we'll cope without him. The loss of Gabriel is a big blow to Arsenal ahead of a busy run of 9 matches within 31 days. The Brazilian centre-half has been one of Arsenal's best performers thus far. Not only is he dominant in both boxes, but he's a leader. The only consolation is that this is an Arsenal squad with more depth than ever before, particularly at the back. One solution could be to draft in Christian Mosquera. Obviously, he's deputized brilliantly for Saliba. There's obviously the option of Hincapié. There's obviously Calafiori. Get on with it, man. Get on with it. Gyökeres remains a doubt for the weekend. You know? But to be fair, we ain't seen nothing said by David Ornstein. We just can't catch a break, fam. What's this? Fears Gabriel could be out until January, huh? Well, this is said could stretch to January. The exact severity of the injury and timescale for recovery will be finalized in the coming days, with Gabriel undergoing further assessment. I mean, you know what, Arsenal? To stop the nonsense, you lot are our best just leaking this to the David Ornsteins and whatever in the next few days, purely because it's one less not the right word, one less thing for Mikel Arteta to have to really go in depth about on, I assume, Friday, because we're playing on a Sunday. And as we know, people, despite their position as Premier League leaders, I never knew that. Don't look at the league table. Arsenal have seen their season beset by injuries to crucial players: Odegaard, Madueke, Martinelli, Havertz, and Gyökeres. Is this really happening? You know what? Word to 50 Cent. When it rains, it pours, man. And they ain't got Gabriel Magalhães here for some reason. But yeah, injured attacker as well. To be fair, he's probably one of our goal scoring attackers. Man. Carlo, you did us dirty, man. You did us dirty. Does this, obviously you can't go back in time, but does this like provide any food for thought, if this makes sense, people? Gattuso has given Arsenal an injury boost and shown Carlo Ancelotti perhaps what he should have done to prevent Magalhães from suffering an issue with his adductor. We all know he came off against Senegal. Where is it? Bad. I don't know. Where is it, man? There's a part here. Gattuso later confirmed that Calafiori had returned to Arsenal before the match. He made reference to the fact that it would have been unfair to his club and the player himself to push him while carrying a problem. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Both of them went off an international break with knocks. And well, this is irrelevant now, isn't it? Really and truly, because we know where we're at with Magalhães, but let's see if it sheds any light, bro. We're not seeing Magalhães for a minute. See you in 2026 then. If it is that, Calafiori said to be, there's no worries about him being in the North London derby. Gyökeres fingers, toes, and everything crossed, but it says unknown. There's rumours he suffered a setback. Kai Havertz, he's penciled in for the North London derby, but I don't know. Martin Odegaard, I don't think he makes the derby, and it says unknown here. You'd imagine Noni's back. I hope Martinelli's back, and but to be fair, I think we probably see Magalhães before Gabriel Jesus, but it is what it is, man. There was rumours around a salary cap plan, people, and they're under threat as Arsenal and others review their position. I think it's barbaric. I think it's barbaric. Why should players have their salaries capped? Let's have it right. Players earn a lot of money, but if they all pack up, I'm never going to read this. If they all pack up football today, they all pack it up today, what are we watching? And players are not going to get paid. Like, even when you see people getting 300, 400, 500K a week, if the club indirectly isn't essentially making pounds on those pennies. So if you're going to cap what clubs can earn then, because they're just going to get richer. And these clubs don't care about none of these players. They're tools, they're pawns. And especially these players, the world of football, not fans, the world of football don't care about these players. Club and country tournaments are getting expanded. The presidents of all of these Premier Leagues and La Ligas, when these players and these clubs are complaining, what do they say? Oh, just have bigger squads. They don't give a crap about your mental or physical health. And I hate to refer to football as a business or a product, but there has to be a correlation between, the amount of games and people are tired and whatnot, and maybe a bit of mixture with tactically, but ultimately people are not entertained by football. I don't feel they see good games of football anymore. I don't know though, man. Arsenal are among a number of Premier League clubs reviewing their position on a controversial new salary cap, with the proposal under threat before Friday's scheduled vote on the issue. The Premier League leaders were one of the main drivers for the introduction of anchoring, which would limit spending to 5 times the amount paid in prize money and broadcast revenue to clubs who finished bottom based on the 2023-24 season, where Sheffield were obviously there. Tim Lewis, who was an executive vice chair at Arsenal, was strongly advocating of anchoring, left the Emirates Stadium in September, and it's understood the club's position has softened under their new leadership team. It remains to be seen if the vote even goes ahead at Friday's shareholders meeting. So, what you mean? Is this serious or not? With as many as 8 clubs harboring reservations over a change in financial rules, according to sources, some clubs believe that anchoring could drastically limit English football's ability to compete with its European rivals for the world's best players. Any change to the Premier League regulation requires a 14-club majority, and when a vote was taken last year to begin exploring anchoring, Arsenal were among the 16 who voted in favour. Man United and Man City were on the opposite side of things. So yeah, we're not, man. I'll leave that to the nerds, man. We care about football, innit? It's understood that all 6 players, Kai Havertz, Gyökeres, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, and Noni Madueke are likely to be available by early December. Ben White's situation is one to monitor. Arsenal will be open to offers. However, as things stand, the expectation is that he remains, with further talks on his future next summer. His current contract expires in 2028. It's understood Arsenal are aiming to get Jesus fit enough for some playing time next month. December would be. If a sensible offer comes in, they'll look to sell the player in January. Otherwise, he's earmarked for a departure next summer. And as you would have seen, people, he said that he's got. It's not the right time to talk about transfers, but he's if we take your words for face value, he's like, I'm at Arsenal until 2027. If a significant offer arrives for Martinelli, particularly from Saudi Arabia, Arsenal would listen. After spending big last summer, the club are conscious of the need to recoup money from selling the first team player. Havertz. Wanyeri, I told you lot, this could be something for January. Wanyeri could be considered for a loan move in January. The club are conscious that he needs consistent senior minutes to continue his development, and January may offer an opportunity if the right environment becomes available, people. Fabrizio Romano does not foresee any complications during Arsenal's contract talks with Declan Twice, Declan Beckham, Declan Wilkinson, or Declan Rice, as he's referred to as. I mean, we know he's in line for a new deal, people, so we're not going to waste time on that. Thierry Henry, when asked who is going to win the Premier League this season, as a fan, I'm going to go with Arsenal. What kind of question is this? I'm going to have to go with Arsenal, obviously, because I do think we look solid, a little bit less against Sunderland. I love when he says we the other day, but it's time for us. Hopefully it can happen. I hope so. Martin Keown, I saw this earlier. It's not ideal, but I think Gabriel might make it. And if he does, I think Arsenal deserve that little bit of luck. It's not about any one player this year and injuries. It's about the collective group. If someone else is injured, Mosquera will have to come in and do a magnificent job because Gabriel and Saliba are the best partnership in Europe. Never mind in the building. Come on. Semenyo, boy, big up Semenyo, but that's what I thought we'd be talking about. I actually thought Semenyo last night woke up Gyökeres, and we've spoken about their stuff, but it's looking like a Gabriel. Like no one don't really care about no January transfer signings right now. Anton Semenyo has a release clause for the winter, formally set at 65 million. It must be activated by a specific date and is available to any team. The mechanism, will again be available once the subsequent transfer window opens, except at an even lower figure. So for me, I can't see Arsenal getting involved in January, probably a summer thing. If you're Bournemouth, as I said earlier, you're going to point everyone to the release clause. You're not going to be open to no negotiations. Even if someone says, we'll give you 65 million, but it's not up front. So the season's in and amongst things, and Bournemouth trying to achieve what they're trying to achieve. But let me know your thoughts and discuss Anton Semenyo, folks, people. He did say in March of 2025, the Emirates is his favourite ground, so there could be something. Odegaard celebrated, and that you Hartland, he's all right. Qualifying for the World Cup with Norway. Is that the team's jackets? Because why has everyone got the same jacket on? I don't know, people, but he has said he's an Arsenal fan, and obviously he's not going to conflict his job with needing to do what they're doing, people. So, yeah, we'll have to see what's going on there. So I have to see what's going on with Semenyo. But Bournemouth reluctantly accept that they may be powerless to prevent Semenyo from leaving the club as soon as January, even though there's a desire to retain him until the end of the season. Manchester United and Spurs have been name dropped. We all know he signed a deal last July until 2030, people, and he's having a great start to the season. City, Liverpool, and Spurs have been dropped there. I don't know, man, but I'm having him if there's a chance to get it done. Yeah. I think we've spoken about this already, but Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Benjamin White, Wanyeri on loan, all linked with potential departures in January. There's still conversations around not just Declan Rice, but Bukayo Saka and Timber and signing new deals, people. Arsenal are set to rival West Ham for the signature of Timber's brother, Quinton. Liverpool are the only favourites for Semenyo after Ornstein bombshell, with Arsenal close to FFP limit. So, yeah, we probably have to wait until the summer for that. FA Youth Cup third round opponents confirmed. Our under-18s will begin this year's edition of the FA Youth Cup against Mansfield Town. We wish them all the best there. We've been linked with Rodrigo Mendoza, people of Elche. I'd have to do my research. Can't tell you about him, but he's 20 years of age, according to this. Juventus, City, Real Madrid, Valencia, as well as Arsenal seem to have an interest in him. Everybody's scouting everyone, people. So, yeah, we've actually been linked with some twins, people. Arsenal are stepping up interest in highly rated twins Edwin and Holger Quintero from Independe de Valle. I mean, ain't that they're a good Ecuadorian club. The Ecuador Talent Factory is proving a rich stem for European clubs keen to unearth gems. Obviously, Hincapié came through there. Kenny Perez, who's obviously at Chelsea. Caicedo, who eventually rocked up at Chelsea. And Chelsea has seemed to be signing another 16-year-old centre-back. Oh, gosh, what happened there? The Quintero brothers have moved through the levels in the same age group at 16 and have been monitored by Arsenal scouts for the past 12 months, people. So bring them. Edwin Quintero is a quick and skillful right winger who can also play in midfield and is even drawn comparisons in style to young Neymar. Bring him. Holger often works in tandem with his brother, but prefers a more central attacking role. Again, he is skillful, quick, and technically good. They've been capped by Ecuador at youth level and caught the eye of their club in the next generation and Sudamerica tournaments. Bring them. Bayer Leverkusen and Sevilla are said to be interested as well. I mean, they couldn't move to Arsenal until they're 18 unless we can bugs it. Football 365 have said Arsenal have settled on an offer of 60 million euros with a further 20 million in achievable bonuses for Real Madrid winger Rodrigo. Xabi Alonso is willing to accept an approach as the Brazilian has not established himself as a starter this season. Rodrigo has only played 24% of available minutes for Real Madrid this season after hardly featuring at the Club World Cup. So there you have that. Timber has broken his silence. He's basically said he's okay, people. So there's that. Again, in terms of how I feel specifically in like condensed views in relation to Arsenal's injury things, then check out the video I uploaded. Come on, you lot, subscribe, hit like buttons, press hypes and everything like that. Tomorrow, serious video out for you lot. The season so far, about 40 odd minutes somehow. Imagine I tried to make it 10 and then I realized I've got 40 minutes of footage. I thought, you know what, epic. So you lot will see what I have to say about the season so far. The Prem is back. So it's only right that we do that. And of course, people, please don't forget to vote for the boy in this. So yeah. But the biggest news is that. Ah, man. Man. It is what it is, man. Make a timestamp there. Sorry, people. I'm in my own world with this injury. Quality, that's a strong word to use with DG. Behave yourself, man, pussy. Man said Ibra bigger than your club. Dead cool. Riley, appreciate you for voting now. Salah's not bigger than Man United, bro. But it's all pub chat for me, man. Messi's violated everyone, man. We should have enough to beat Spurs and Chelsea. The Bayern game is a tough one. Boy, techie, man. What do we put for your name? CJ Karma. Yeah, or you could put Deluded Gooner. They'll point, trust me, they know who I am. They definitely, well, they should anyways. Huge credit to the club for fixing up as far as recruits. Seeing as how we're so calm about first team injuries, looks like we're serious about winning things. Long may it continue. We got a bit more depth at the back this season. Hate quitters in the fan base. But if you want to quit, that's cool, bro. Be the quitters. Go over there. Stay over there. If we don't win, we don't win. But I'm just not on giving up. Now, I don't care how peak it gets. Like, I don't care how peak it gets. We've got a job to do. And if we can look back in May and we don't do it, of course, there's hell to pay. There's question marks to ask, but fair enough. Fight tooth and nail till you get there. The only way out sometimes in life is fighting back through the demons. If you're pushed, it's fight or flight. If your back's pushed against the wall and you're about, like, someone's about to take your life, it's fight or flight. Are you going to succumb to reality or are you going to go out the same way you came into this world, kicking and screaming? And that's what Arsenal need to do. We got cannons on our crest, man. Cover them fucking chest. Come on. It's easy to be behind the team and gas up everything when everything's going right. Things are going wrong in terms of injuries. I ain't on this, man. I'm not on this crying stuff. Hincapié playing earlier hours tomorrow against New Zealand. Let's hope he don't get injured. DJ, I promise you we are winning the league this season. I've seen the hunger and mentality in the team. I hope so. We had a fighting chance since so forth. Warren, take a day off. Can we see DG and Curtis club? Question for Curtis, really. Everything about Arsenal usually has an overreaction. I fail to understand why Chelsea have had Palmer out for months, their best player, but they're still winning games. Boy, he looking like he's out for 2 months. Yeah, man. Is what it is. No, the point is you can still win games with key players at 100%. This is peak. He's our best player. Saka ain't nowhere near as important. Pep has more league titles than Chelsea. This is you lot in the chat doing whatever. Kivior stepped up last season. I expect Mascara too and Hincapié to do even better. I hear it. We are winning the Carabao in Feb. Fair enough. You lot are still reacting to Warren in the chat. Carlo is a scumbag. He knew Gabriel shouldn't have been out there. Let's not call Carlo Ancelotti the great man a scumbag. But what I would say is it's no different to club football because there's probably been times all managers have known their players, they're having to manage the load and they're having to nurse them through games. You're going to do it. Yeah, it's a friendly, but Carlo is assessing what he needs to assess for Brazil going into the World Cup. Of course, I don't necessarily agree with what he did, but this is the reality of the situation. DG, do we know if our closed door friendly will still be played? Not a clue, my brother. DG, what's your thoughts on Mascara switching to Colombia from Spain? Big up every time. Chase Gold. It's one where he'd have to answer because, like, I guess it's one where Grealish and Declan Rice played for Ireland before England. Obviously, the Black British boy is in this team as well. It's a techie one because he's Spanish, isn't it? Well, he's of Colombian descent, but Spain's all he's known. You'd have to ask him what he feels more attracted to, like what he feels more thingy to. And he's in the Spanish setup, so he probably sees that as a stronger kind of option for him. It'd be interesting, though, if Colombia offer him dead right, like, yo, the World Cup is there. You can roll if you want to roll. Is he going to go with his heritage or is he going to hold out for Spain? I reckon he holds out for Spain, if I'm honest. But you never know. You never, ever know. I'm for a salary cap only if it makes the league more competitive and balanced. Nah, man. I don't know how you do it. I'd be more on a salary cap or a cap on earnings for the clubs. Where there's so much things that could get taxed before their players. Make these